Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse. As you can see, once again we are firing from the bush. But before we start spitting tonight, on the last bank holiday I had reasons to leave the jungle, as it was, to go to the Shetty, because in the Shetty there was the carnival, as they call it, you know. So the lion was on a shitty patrol, as it was, down there in the carnival, in the shitty, as the lion would see it, you know, coming from out of deep Congo. But I must say, on this occasion in the shitty, you know where I went to the carnival, the lion had a good time at the carnival, and the reason for that was that I was listening to the jungle sound, as it was. Sound, for you who don't understand what we mean when we say sound, is like, to you English it would be like a discotheque. But to us jungle man, we just call it a sound. And I was listening to the sound of Abashanti, see? For 2 days solid. And as a bad fire lion from out of the jungle, I must say that Abashanti did not miss a beat. You hear what I'm saying? For those 2 days. So I would like to pay respect to the soundmen of the Abashanti sound and the selector for not missing a beat in the heart of Babylon. Because that is exactly how the fire lion like to, what we would call, tear down Babylon with sound and power. You understand? So I don't personally know what went on in the rest of them carnival. You know what I mean? Because I was just down there to rock to rhythm and dish out I&I website promoting the Voice of Conscience, as it was. So that was a weekend then that we thoroughly enjoy in the man them shitty. But from the jungle tonight, we're going to be reasoning about something that is painful to a lot of people. But I'd like, the fire lion don't care who feel pain when he's speaking. You know what I mean? Because we are just here to spit the truth. So I am going to revisit this subject of those who come into the bush. Yeah? And forcefully remove the bushman and bring him into their shitties. I.e., we're going to be discussing what you call slavery. Because every time, like the lion, like being in England here now, yeah? Every time I come to discuss slavery, there always seems to be like some people trying to tell me that I've got a chip on my shoulders. You understand? Well, if I've got a shift on my shoulder, move them bumbleclad people a blessing. If I've got a shift, if I've got a chip on my shoulder, see, it is because I'm waiting for the fish. You understand? Because in England, the delicacy of England, right, is fish and chips. No one eats chips here alone, is it? So for you to keep telling me that this thing finished long time ago, right? And why do you keep going on about it? You have a chip on your shoulder. You are right, I've got a chip on my shoulder, and that is because I haven't got the fish yet. Because if you think, any one of you that are listening, that because this slavery business that you are talking about, take place could be all a million years ago, I say, I don't really care in it. But to some people they're saying, oh, that's 200 years ago, that's a long time. Oh no, because here what now, these things are like inheritance, no, you understand? If a man is rich, he's got material comfort and thing, he hand it down to his kids. You know, like say you leave your kids a house, what they do, they extend on the house, they might build another room and add another building. So what I'm saying now, this system, that was used to brutalize I&I ancestors is still running. You know what I mean? And as a member of that family, surely you don't expect me now to forget about it, because I can't. It's as if it happened yesterday, because it is still going on. So when a man is going to tell the fire lion that you should not go on about those things, because those things happen so long ago, you know what I mean? Even some of the bushmen, like I tell you now, they have been so convinced by these the same people who enslaved them. You know, Muslim used to enslave your brethren, bushman. How can you be an forget about calling you a bushman then? Call you by the proper name that we call each other, Africans. How can an African, right, be a Muslim? You know how old Islam is. You know, and do you know how old our ancestors are? And none of our ancestors used to be worshiping any Muslim. Muslim is only about 1800 years old, innit? The other day they come about. Like I hear some people like to describe the Jews, Johnny come lately. So any little man who is coming out of the desert as far as Fire Lion is concerned, you are just a Johnny come lately. And any one of you jungle people who are with them, yeah, you are just like those, because we always have traitors amongst us. You know what I mean? Anywhere the conquerors go, like if they go to China, when they was conquering China, they had collaborators with the Chinese. Some Chinese collaborators. There's always traitors everywhere. When they went to America, there was Indian that collaborated with them. And when they come to Africa, the same thing happened. So we know about collaborators. This is what I'm telling you. All of you, right, who have gone into these houses, like I tell you, Islam, Christianity, you are collaborators with those who have put us into slavery and continue to keep us in slavery because they feel that they are superior to us. How can you, right, be with somebody who think that they are superior to you and who insists on educating you? You must think that you are a sheep, or worse, a slave for real. That you have to have a master. You know what I mean? How can any serious African, like I'm telling you, right, be following the ways of others? How can any serious African let others convince him, right, that his people had no, I don't even know what them call it, no civilization as they would call it. I don't even know what they mean by civilization. Because everything that they've got, like I tell you, is what they get from here from out of the bush. You don't understand. These people get things from out of the bush and then give it to you. And then you go and follow them. Coming back again, like I'm saying, I'm going to touch this point again about, because since as it come out so plain in the open now, about South Africa. And about Nelson Mandela being a hero. Well, you can see now, right, what happened in South Africa last week. They killed 34 miners. I seen it on the television. Police themselves firing the bullets, eh? And guess who they charging for the murders? The miners. And guess under what law? The same apartheid law that used to run South Africa when they was running apartheid. That means when Nelson Mandela become president, he was president under the same laws, oppressive laws, that was running the people before. And even after him leave president, Mbeki and Zuma, it's still the same system. That is why they make the man a hero. Because they win him over. You know what I mean? He's not a lion. Like I tell you, if he was a lion once, but you know, lions can be captured and the paws can be removed. You know, they get tame. So that is what happened to him. And that is why the system is still the same in South Africa. Imagine a man kill 34 men and some man in London. That's where the company is ordering back the brothers to go back to work. And I don't see no one running now to Nelson Mandela to find out his opinion on what has taken place, or is he gone deaf? Has no one report to him what has happened to his brothers who was in the mines there and had a little strike trying to get a bit more money? You know, they always wheeling him out when they think it's something that can shine light on their devilism. How come they don't bring him out when they should really bring him out? How come we don't hear his voice? Well, I know those men got no voice. They have been silent. In it. Compromise their ways. So you see, as African, we are still not free. We are under the same slave system. Like the man them say, I don't know how many 100 years we've been under this slavery from these oppressors. You know what I mean? And those who have decided then that maybe they've decided that we've been oppressed so long, we might as well join the oppressors. What Fire Lion says, like you come from this African tree and you let somebody take you, right, and graft you onto some desert tree or some tree from over Europe. You see what I mean? And those, although especially those of you who have run off into the house of Christianity, you know, which is just like I say a Harry Potter story. You know, you leave your African roots, and let somebody come, leave this bush here, let somebody come in the bush, where we have everything in the bush. Food, everything. Yeah? Everything is, the bush is blessed. And you let somebody now take you from out of the bush and bring you gone over to a place that don't even exist. Israel, them make up this name over here and tell us Jesus used to live over there and things. And the man don't even exist. I'm telling you, man, a Harry Potter story, you know, like how you write fiction. They've written a fiction and give it to you. Especially these brethren, like me tell you, that call themselves Jew. Man, them is more like Judas. You know what I mean? Telling man that they are God chosen people. How come God never tell anybody else that these are the chosen people? How come he only tell them? Well, because I'm a lion, I know God don't tell these devils nothing. It's them who tell themselves. They are the one who is making up this ridiculous fallacy and selling it to you, and you are buying it. But I'm telling all you slaves, that you're still a slave, innit? Most of you, the only free African now, right, is an African who can think for himself. Any African man, you couldn't go to 90,000 university. If you find yourself either a Muslim or a Christian, you are detached from your roots. Your roots is in the bush here. You don't belong over there. How could you have gotten over there? If you willingly went over there, that means you lost your way in the bush, innit? You had no sense of direction, so you walk out of the bush. So you could have either walk out of the bush of your own ignorance and gone over there, or somebody capture you and bring you over there. Or like I tell you, when they first come in by, they saw these murderers that you are calling Muslim, the Arabs, killing and raping and doing every manner of evil against I and I in the bush here before the European come along. Yeah? And then some man just to save themselves, I don't ever think you can blame them, brother. Them have to just, because they have the family and everything, say, alright, brethren, we are Muslims. See, stop shedding the blood. We are Muslim. So over a generation now, it's been come to accept it that these African are Muslim, but they're not no Muslim. We are African. How could we ever be anything more than what we are? And we was never these things. These things was brought unto us, and not in no nice and kind and gentle way either, you know. Evil brought these things unto us. So I'm telling you, any man that I find in the bush here as a fire lion when I move, and I'm just chop that down from that says a Muslim, it's a bad tree, because you're not supposed to be in this jungle. You know what I mean? You have been contaminated. You are causing disease in I jungle. So even though when you go to Africa now, When you say Africa, this is Africa in the bush here. When you come in the bush here now, you can't find any genuine African. You have to search for them. Because most of the jungle now is covered by Christians and Muslim. You know what I mean? All down there in the bush in Nigeria, there, that pure Christian and Muslim. No, I don't know if you can find an African down there. They born in the bush. They born in the bush here and on the soil here in the bush. But they don't have the mind of the bushman. You don't understand what I mean? They no longer have the mind of a man from deep Congo, as I would say, right? Congo is way down there in the bush, deep underground there. They don't have the mind. Maybe because they was out here in the open in the bush, it was easy for these devils to capture their souls. It was much harder under the undergrowth down there in deep Congo, where the real lion kind of massing deep under the ground in the bush. You see what I mean? But when I come out here, not only in the bush here, like I'm telling you, but out in the city, where I go there now, you can hardly find any real bushman as it was. You know what I mean? Because everyone now is either Muslim or Christian. You know what I mean? And that is what I say as that is a disease in the mind of the bushman. You know, that might be painful for you, bushman, too, but like I say, I don't care. I'm a killer, you know. So when I push my sword, I really push it. So I'm under no doubt that all you bushmen, like I tell you, who are Muslim, it could be a Quillian or you, make no difference, and Christian. You are suffering from a disease of the mind, implanted in your mind, or your psyche, whatever you want to call it, by these invaders that come into the bush, not with any good intention to live with I man in the bush, but to use I as a slave or and put themselves above the bushman as some superior human being. Because as according to them, the great power, which is the terrible and dreadful one, has revealed some secrets unto them. Well, them prophets and them say, and all them things that them prophets are lighting. God did not tell no man that he was the last prophet. And if God did, I and I is here to question that God. To say, brethren, oh, you mean now, you see all the people on the earth, seeing east, west, north and south, all about. And you run gone in the desert then, well, you don't have to run, God. You just whisper to a one boy in the desert that him is the last prophet. What does that mean to the rest of human beings all around the planet? If God behave like that, man, we must know that God is an idiot. I know that God would never behave like that. So these people who are masquerading or who they're selling you, like I tell you, I don't know who sell you this story. You should leave them alone with their idiotic story. Because I'm telling you, not only for 100, I never deal with 100% certainty. You always hear me bragging about a lot of trillion% certainty that these people are idiots and that they are not dealing with any God and that they don't know God. Because anyone who know the Father, or if the Mother, then if you want to call the energy that, because one can't really say the energy that we call God is either a man or a woman still. You know what I mean? But anyone who know that one know that these people now are just devils and they do not know God. And that's why they have to go now and create some little Harry Potter story and run around with what they call their holy scripture. There is no, those scriptures are not holy. The only holy scripture is within yourself. Conscience is what contains the holy scripture. If you want to log on, you understand what I mean. That is how you are going to know what is right and what is correct. You see what I mean? But these are not going to know like a taker. They are slave master and they still got you in slavery. Slavery is still going on here now. So I don't want anyone now to just come and tell the fire lion about, oh, you got a chip on your shoulder. I'm saying, yeah man, I've got a chip. I'm waiting for my fish. You know, I'm not even waiting. I've come for it. I've come for my fish. Cause hear what now, all you know who have inherited the whatever your forefathers has passed down unto you. Yeah. Whatever you have here over in your European cities, like you say, I've told you and previously that you have to, this is the time when you're going to consider where you get things from and how you get it, and what either you or your ancestors did to get it. Because you have to pay for the wrongs that you do. Or the wrongs that you inherit. Who cares, in it? You know, you hear about karma, in it. Karma, man, goes around and come around. So if you think, for instance, then, that all those millions of jungle man that you carted out of the jungle, who care who you want to put the blame on? Because I know that a couple of jungle men collaborated with you, as it was, because evil is everywhere. But don't bother go thinking that all those jungle men was in agreement with you, with those Arabs who come in and all those who come in after, and did this. Take away, and I don't know how many you kill within the jungle, you know, who refuse to go, or even some who decide that rather than go with these murderers, I will kill myself, jump from out of a tree. And those who you captured now, I don't know how many of them you kill. Like I said, because you had to cross water, in it. Murdered over there. And then when they reach over here now, I don't know how many, well, only memory remember these things. How many you kill. Because memory miss nothing. Because memory works in this time and that time. So only memory knows how many you kill, you know, crossing. And then when you get here now and they refuse to do the work, how many more you whip to death? How many you rape? You know, how do I know how many of the sisters you rape? As far as I know, like I say, look like I have some of the browning. So good possibility I was, you know, part of some of that interbreeding that you was breeding up the sisters and rape galore, and you know what I mean. So all those kind of things, you don't think people can get away with those things without getting punishment after those kind of atrocity, right? Allow you, no, the descendant, to be sitting in your lap of luxury, as you see it, in your civilization, what you call civilization, yeah? And you think that, oh, forget about what happened, man. No, you can't forget about what happened, brethren. Well, I don't anyway. I am like one of them who like they just, you see, just like it's 200 years ago, but even though I was just born in 57, made no difference to me. You see what I mean? I am still very angry at what you've done. I demand justice must be done. You see what I mean? So don't bother go sitting comfortable in your little shitties here. And you better, if you remember your history, what you want to do when you hear the lion barking like this, run, go check your history. Find out how your people them get them, whatever them have, how them build London up, Paris up, Belgium up, France up. You, let's call it how the boy them build Europe up, how the boy them build America up. Whose back, whose blood? You know, ask them, go find out what them take out of the jungle here. Yeah? And I'm not only talking man where them take out of the jungle. All manner of things they've been robbing I jungle for a long time to build up your little dirty shitty. And for your descendants to live in comfortable surroundings and enjoy the pleasure of life, drinking champagne and eating caviar while many of my brothers and sisters are still dying out here in the jungle of starvation. And the jungle is the richest place. You rabbi have anything, you even set the price for I diamond, gold, rubies, pearl. In fact, I used to own all of the jungle and now I don't own anything. Yeah, how could we own anything in the jungle? Look at the men in South Africa, they don't own their own mine. People shoot them down and order them to go back to work. Foreigners. You understand? You think any man, you think, as an example then, say there was a strike in London, yeah? Some African own a factory in London and the man them strike. And then some police kill 34 of them and hit the African, and I'm in the bush here saying to the man, go back and work, Virginia, you talk about. Imagine that. But they're doing it to us because we must be less than human being, innit? Up till now, I don't hear nobody say, well, we're putting aside a 3 billion rand to compensate the miners and them wife and all those who get shut up. No, the little devil them, I can't even imagine. Black people, you can imagine that, you know, get outraged when you realize here the miner them, you know. I get charged and a black president, the boy Zuma. Coming like a Zuma. But no wonder they go to Mandela to bomb clock. I have to cuss that one, man. No wonder they go to Mandela to worship. So they can do things like that to you. You see what I mean? And now you can see clearly, say, the man them, what they call themselves ANC or Mandela, compromise bridging them there, who sell out to those men for a little comfort because they still operate in the country and the same apartheid laws against them fellow Bushmen. Alright, now let me say the president. You think I could be president of South Africa and kill 34, brother? Me close the mind, the now open for a while, bridging. I'd have the state lock. What you talk about? Won't go back to work. Lock on them and they have to pay while me lock. And proper investigation go on, a man find about a couple billion rand, like we say. I will take with the mine off for you. Who is you? But Zuma is only a puppet because it's the same, they control the same slave masters that take you out of the bush and bring you over there and enslave you, and he's still controlling your land and enslaving you and having you like me say a dog on a leash, you know, or a lion without any paws. See me? Take away your roar, you know, and have you following idiotic business where they give you their stupid what they call religion. It's not no, it's a lie. You understand what I mean? Yeah, religion have a truth to it, but they haven't give you the truthful part. They give you the lying part. The part that they want to use and deceive you. Not want to, the part that they have used and deceive you. You know about Jesus and all this and Muhammad, the last prophet and all. Although something a lie. You know what I mean? So lie that I am like I tell you, well, if you bet me soul against it then. The whole universe. Well, you won't know, but I definitely know a lie when I see a lie. So I definitely, just like how I know for 100% that any man from out of the bush here, you black man me talk to African, if you find yourself a Christian, you are lost. If you are a Muslim, you are lost. You think of this. Before 1800 years ago, brethren, there was no man in Africa called Muhammad or Ali or Buddha. But those are not African names, are they? Our ancestors never call any name like that. Now you've gone and pick up some Arab name and bring it into the jungle here and calling your children Arabic names. How stupid can you get? And disrespectful to your own ancestors. That's what I say as a lion. I says, oh, ignorant. Hey, you black I want to talk to. How ignorant can you get about you are a Muslim, call Ali or whatever? I says, before 1800 years ago, brethren, that them say the prophet come about. I don't know how the prophet come about. But before that, you never have any man in the bush call themselves. No Ali, and I bend down and I look towards no Mecca. Bushman do them things, the brethren. So you need to check yourself and find out why are you in the bush now, right? Going down on your knees, looking towards the desert. Who taught you that? It was no ancestors who taught us that. Wasn't the bushman who taught you. No bushman teach you that you must bend down. Unless it was after 1800 years when couple bushmen lose their mind, as I would say, to the invading force of those Arabs who was hell-bent on murder and rape and pillage. Yeah? And to save themselves, them probably give up. And then them start now bend down by the sword. The man them force the man by the sword to bend down, look to the direction where they was coming from. Because they never come out of the bush. They come from out of the desert. So they force the bushman to bend down and look towards their homeland. And now you have lots of bushmen willingly doing it. Before you throw away such idiotic business. You're so stupid that if them same Arab tell you do what them call a fat one, tell you to come and kill me, run and do it, innit? Your blood clot, come do it, man. That's what you must come do. Come and deal with powers, yeah? Come and kill and see what happened to your soul and all that, you know. Yeah, idiot. Because the bushman is telling you, I'm telling you, and this is what I'm saying, I'm spitting a hot fire. Who cares how you feel when you hear it? I don't care how hurt you feel. Because the truth don't care in it. My words are like death. When death comes for you, they ain't going to be worried about how you feel about dying. You're just dead. You see me? So when the truth comes, I don't care how any human feel. And we say, right now as a fire lion in the jungle, I'm telling any jungle man, anyone I own at all who run out of the jungle and gone into Christianity and gone into the house of Islam and whatever house you want to go in, different from what the ancestors used to think here in the bush. Because I and my ancestors never need anyone, to leave from out a desert or from out a mountain or anywhere to come in the bush to tell us what to think. We already know God was with us, like He's with everyone, He's with them as well. But so if God is here, what you coming here telling me about God for? What you are just presuming that I'm stupid, innit? Because I'm living in the bush here in Deep Congo, here down and in the forest and a Deep Congo then. You start to think man is a gorilla, man, and of course I'm a gorilla. But who tell you that gorilla never had sense, brethren? Eh? Who tell you that? Who order you to leave your desert, to leave your cold mountain and come in the jungle now to teach me sense? Well, you might have captivated a lot of the brothers like I've seen, and engraft them onto your idiotic ways and have them behaving. Even they will kill for you now. Because they lost themselves in it. They've lost their ancestral roots. But don't make the mistake and think that all of us are losing our ancestral roots or that we will. We won't. We'll never forget. The only time we forget is when you pay for what you have done in the past. And you must pay because you're wicked and you're evil. You understand? Karma must come upon your head. Don't bother think that all those blood that has been shed, whether from in here in the jungle or when you went over to the Americas and you encounter my brethren over there, the American Native Indian and nearly slaughter him out, or whether you visit India, wherever you visit, and blood up the place with your blood, your ancestors, and you are carrying on the tradition today. You are more efficient. You are more, not efficient, more effective than your ancestors in murdering people and in forcing evil on this planet. Because your ancestors never had the equipment that you have now. All these aeroplanes and gun and bam and bam. So you see what has been handed down. Them men was crude in slavery days. Crude, yeah? Because they only had crude apparatus. You have more effective ways of enforcing slavery and the rest of humanity to your will. And then you have the audacity. It's a big word here, yeah? Have a drink. As they would say, big word. You have the audacity now to sit there smirking, yeah, in your shitties, thinking that these things happened long ago, man. Don't worry about them, forget about it. Get rid of the chip on your shoulder. No, Fire Lion is not getting rid of no chip on my shoulder. Because we need the fish. You know? And you're shitty, like I'm telling you. All of it is going to come crumbling down around your feet because it's built on evil. Nothing evil cannot last within this universe. Evil is not a forward step, it is a backward step. So all you indulge, and sometimes you see them and tell you, to me you look so sickly and idiotic, you know, sitting in houses with so posh, like, they always seem to like gold trimming chairs and all kind of expensive, you know, sitting there like an idiot. You must think that can help your soul when death come for you. You have eternity, hey. Devils, I like to tell all of you. You have eternity to live. How would you like to escape eternal life? But you're going to wish, right? After when you finish smiling here, when you've ate your fill, when you've killed your fill, when you've partied all your party, yeah? Every day the body is winding down. You're on a winding down process. You know, don't forget we're born here to die. Some of us take a longer to die than some, but as far as I'm concerned, it's actually irrelevant at what stage death come for you. Well, because he's definitely 100% coming, because he's the governor. I know him. He's even coming for the Fire Lion, because he's the one that run this dimension. Like I like to repeat, not you stupid, ignorant, evil men. You know, those of you who like with us watching something, who dig tunnel and have all kind of command center underground and bunkers and all this kind of business. All those things, you'll be dying. When death comes for you, right? We're taking your soul and you're leaving everything that you see on this planet. Have a good look with your eyes, yeah? Go and open your bank account and have a look at the amount of money you've got in it. And have a good look at all the properties that you claim that you own on this planet. Then have a good look at it. Because you'll be leaving everything. Yeah? And go in the mirror and have a look in your nice blue eye or brown eye. Or have a look at your nice shiny teeth and everything. Yeah? All that you'll be leaving here when death comes for you. You ain't taking zero from this planet. Well, yeah, you are taking something. You are taking your deeds and actions, which is recorded on your memory by my master, secret agent, dear memory. That's what you'll be taking from here. But you ain't taking nothing. Anything that you see in the jungle, or anything that you've built up in your city, yeah? Any tall building, anything at all that you see there, like I say, all that, when death comes for you, you will be taking. You won't be taking. You're leaving. You're going. You are going, and like we say, life is eternal, no death in it. But you are going on there now, and trust me, because it's a law in it. You are going to live as according to your deeds here. What you earn, or what you never earn. So it's okay, you've been here then and you are a queen. I are Willis and Kate, yeah? And you enjoy all the adulation, yeah? And you worship and adore there. Even if you buy a pair of jeans, people say, oh, look at their jeans, it's good. And people are admiring you and you get everywhere you go, you are feted and pampered and, oh, you are blue blood. But when that come for you, because that don't really bother about whether your blood want to be blue or red or white or cartoon or what any bloodline you want to come from. When that come for you, yeah, you go down there and live as the prince or the queen or emperor. I don't know who you are here or how inflated your ego is. You know, so because some people have very inflated ego, you know, like a big balloon. They say one little pop ready to burst. So I don't know how inflated that ego you've built up here, either through you being the queen or the president or the pope or big business, Bill Gates, Ted Turner, Rockefeller, you know, all those big, lots of big dynasty. You must be taking your dynasty with you when you're going. Or maybe you build this dynasty on earth because you think when you reach the other side, you will carry on the big dynasty there. Yeah, I suppose you could. I suppose you souls, right, when you go to receive what is due to you, you know, you're going to be, you will receive, you know, those of you who do all the wickedness here on earth to receive your mansion and whatever, yeah? When you go down there now, you will receive more of that. You will get, you will be rewarded another time for doing the wickedness that you did to get more. You understand what I mean? Because when you do evil here in it, it builds you up and you live comfortable. So that means now, this evil now, when you go down there, what you've done, that will help you, you know, when you look at your memory and see that, oh, this is a man that is a vile human being. So therefore we'll award him nice houses and cars, because this is what it brought him in. You must think life. That because you come in the jungle and rob, rape, kill and whatever, that you've got away with it. Trust me, no one, right? They don't understand the laws of the jungle, like I tell them. Because in the jungle here, you know, we know that you must not eat off the tree of knowledge. But when these greedy lot run in here, because they never see tree before, the first thing they did was run to eat off the tree of knowledge. So because they are drunk of knowledge, they don't understand certain things. Because I'm a bushman from down there, deep in Congo down there, you know, way down in the bottom there. That's where the tree of knowledge you can get some, the tree of wisdom. You can eat from that tree. So when you eat from that tree now, that is actually the tree that will open up your eyes to what is really going on within this jungle and beyond the jungle as well. You know, because when you eat from that tree now, you know what is going on in the jungle, beyond the jungle, and above in the sky as well. So you know, you get to know the law then, the international law that is beyond earth. And way beyond. So under that law now, that super duper law now, you cannot break that law and get away with it. And as a matter of fact, the fire lion is actually an agent of the law. Like I've repeated, you know, like how you're a policeman or army man, whatever you want to call yourself. You work for your superiors, in it. I work for my superior. Yeah, but I am actually a lawman. Yeah, man, I'm a lawman, you see me? So when I come, I just come to deliver the law. Whether you want to like it or you don't like it, who cares? It's not my law, is it? I never made this law, you know. Trust me. Like I tell you, I was born in 57, so that law was running a long time before the fire come on the scene. So it's not my law, is it? I am just here to tell you the law. I even say tell you, who cares, like me say, we don't care who you is, you know. Whether you want to say you're pope or bishop or anybody. Because this is the time now, when I'm telling you all those things, we destroy as a fire lion all those kind of idiotic kind of business, you know what I mean? If anything, we are here to destroy all outward form of what we call religious movement, all prophet, all saint, you know. After when the fire lion finish with this work here, right? No being, not only in the jungle here, but beyond the jungle, no being will again follow any man. And if they see any man speaking the truth, it's just normal, isn't it? That's what we should all come here and live good and speak the truth. So anyone is speaking the truth, there's no magic about it. Ain't nothing fantastic about it. Ain't God sent him to do nothing. The only reason why he can do it is because he's living honestly and truthfully. That is the way to make the connection. It's natural. Ain't nothing super about it. You know, you think it's super because you refuse to do the work. And you following those, like I said, the desert people are those who come up with this idiotic business about Jesus. And like I'm telling you, from 7-year-old, I know these people never knew what they was on about. I never know the truth at 7, but I work it out later. But from then I knew. Because I never believed them, you know what I mean? But if you believe their idiotic story, and why don't you put this story to use your mind, yeah? To test this story. To say, what would be the point of God? Yeah, say God did have this son. Let's follow this story like as if it was true. Say God had a son, yeah? So when he look in the earth, men are behaving badly, correct? So he decided to send his son then. I presume he would be sending the son either to change men's behavior or to help man to live a better way then. Yeah? But what would be the point of him sending? So he sent the son. The men who was behaving badly behave even worse by killing the son. So the situation remained the same. It don't change. All right. If when the son died, that would have make life easier for me now, or make resisting evil. Fair enough. But people are still wicked now. In fact, they are more wicked than when they say this man, God sent his son to die for us. Why did he die for me and I still have to feel suffering and pain? And why did he come here and died for us, yeah? And all my ancestors get dragged out of the bush and put into slavery. Yeah? And this God now, like I say now, these ones that write their Bible, the same one coming in the bush, is telling me that once, right, some of their people was in this same bush here. And we had them captured down here. We Africans, you say the Pharaoh had them, let's say, we had them here in the bush, enslaving them. And then God sent was it Moses or Joseph? One of them boy, man. Moses him sent down there with a rod like this to free the people from out of the bush. And when the people was running away out of the bush, a lot of them, don't know, a couple thousand. And we decide now, oh, they are escaping, we're going to chase after them, yeah? And when we chase after them, we reach a big river. And this guy that was leading them, Moses, with a rod like this, opened the sea and they run across. And when we tried to do it, God closed it and killed all the Pharaoh men. That is what these hypocritical liars has right about. And yet when he come now in the jungle and was transported loads of slaves across the water, God never opened up those waters and let him drown. No, yet God allows us to be taken out of the jungle. No story don't go like that. There was never any Jews captured in no Egypt. He was never in the jungle. You just make up a fabrication story. And like I say, Moses, as a start, him don't exist either. Him is just another figment of these lunatics' imagination. You know what I mean? Who write themselves into being God-chosen people on the planet. And of course they're saying that God whispered it to them, because we jungle people never knew about this until they come and tell us about it. Well, the Chinese never know about it, and most of the Chinese resist them and say, listen man, go away man, we don't know about this thing man. Even in India they resist them big, you know what I mean? One and few might say. But in Africa here they capture a lot. We resist them the least, I say. You know what I mean? But the Chinaman resisted him well, so, you know, still hold up his own little defense. And those Indian and that side of India, well, he murdered most of these Indian and the South American. But in really what we call India, a lot of them resist and hold on to the spiritual tradition that they had before these madmen come along to try and convert them. But in Africa here now, I don't know what it is, but a lot of the Bushmen say, okay, we'll become. Jesus did die for us, you know what I mean? And yes, man, it's true. Muhammad is the last prophet, man. I was there. Somebody tell me that God tell him, man, and that the Quran is the holiest thing, man, that has ever come. I don't know what's so holy about the Quran, like I'm telling the man them after they following this idiot Abraham. And Abraham is a character. Abraham is not real. Abraham is a man that the Jew man, them write about Abraham. That's where they make up their story. And now they are saying, it come right back to this, what they call it, bloodline business. That they are from the bloodline of it. How is Abraham so important, right? That anyone who is his family or come from his descendant have some special privilege upon this planet. Who the bloody hell is Abraham? If it did exist, let's say the boy Abraham did exist, yeah? Follow this argument logically. Abraham did exist. Yeah? He was a man. So that means he was a man like any other man full of shit now. Yeah? Like I like to say full, because he had to go toilet and piss in it. So why was he so special that anyone then, since he lived whatever thousand years, anyone who was descended from his family have the right to rule over this world, spiritually or whatever? How did Abraham get to be this important? Yeah? Who is, did Abraham have some special favor with God? No, Abraham never had any special favor with God. This is just what the Jew man write in his book. But Abraham never exists. Like the fire lion is saying, you know. The man never exists, man. And if they exist, this bloodline business that you are coming with, only mad people come up with this idea of bloodline. You know what I mean? Who care about, well, you know, like a truth and right fire soldier. We don't bother with bloodline, man. If anything, we say we piss on bloodline. About bloodline. Your bloodline is irrelevant, idiot. And so people go chasing back what bloodline you come from. And who care who was in your family? You are just looking at things in the because you've been taken away from your jungle. You have to see things spiritually, not physically. Bushmen are spiritual. You come from the terrible and dreadful one. What you bothered about bloodline about? You think any bloodline is superior to the truth or to the source that we spring from? So what is your hang up about bloodline? Can you see that bloodline argument is an argument that carry on by idiots? So they are thinking now that, oh, if Marius, my friend here, was descended from Jesus, that means he's holy. I say I'm a fire lion. My son, somehow my son them. No, man, you cannot hand down the truth. Each individual have to learn it for himself. So it doesn't matter if cause a man know the truth in your family, everyone in there must be holy. Are you stupid? Oh, after the prophet dead, it was him in grandson or this man, them follow that man, and after Jesus dead, Jesus leave Peter in charge. How can you leave the truth in charge to another human being? Only somebody from out of the bush could think of such blood clot stupidness. The truth cannot be passed down to anyone. You don't understand? Each one has to learn that himself. So anybody on the earth who is masquerading like all the Pope, who about he's after Jesus dead them leave Peter, then he like he's God right hand man on the planet. No, he's the right hand man of the devil works. That is going on in their shitty. Ain't no goodness in your shitty. Your city must be destroyed and feel the karmatic effect of what they've done on this planet against I Bushman from here, out of the bush, and all other human beings around the planet that you have gone and spread your evil amongst. So that's why I'm appealing to all those who come out of the bush. John Osiris, if you're a Muslim, run out of them house there. If you're a Christian, run away. Come back to your bush and remember your ancestor, the man from out of the bush. The man who used to think freely and clearly before these men leave from out of them desert and out of them frozen mountain, come in out of the bush with them desert idea and them frozen and froze up your mind and take you away into their shitty. Rastafari know. You know what I mean? Anyway, we've been spitting on a hotter fire for a long time out here in the afternoon. So for one more cry again, like I say, I don't care who like it, you know. You the man who come in the bush, like I said, the European man, and cause all this pain and agony. Are you the Arab? Me don't care, you come for ram the throat down you, because you're a little pretender. You're like a disease in the bush. And you've contaminated up millions of brothers' mind. So I'm here to tell them, give them a chance to uncontaminate them mind. If you find yourself as a Muslim, as a black man, run out. Come back into the bush. You are a bushman. Remember your ancestor. If you are a Christian, come back in the bush. You see me? Anyway, we're going to fire out from the firehouse and a more, like I say, in a fiery mood. Fade out and fire out. Rastafari, live it.